going to Cal Baptist. It's a story we've seen a lot of times this season. Drop game one, but come back and take games 2 and 3. Just talk about how your team and just how their ability to respond once again. I mean,
yeah, they love to respond, that's for sure. The powers of the response. They love hearing me say that. So, no, I'm really proud of them. I think, we've obviously played a tough first game. Could have gone either way. Obviously, a couple moments that didn't go our way and cost us the game, so that's disappointing. I think Ella threw really well. I think she's getting better going down the stretch, so kind of disappointing in the fact that we couldn't pull out the win for her, and I think she's throwing better than maybe the results show, so hopefully getting her some confidence here in this final weekend. But, yeah, being able to respond and then even just dealing with some adversity on Saturday with the rain and the weather and being able to come back and fight through that and win, I think, and upset a senior day, that's always a good ending to the series, especially, since every conference game matters right now. The race is still tight. So I think we're in a good spot. Like I said, really proud of them and excited for this weekend.
And, I mean, that was a big series for you guys. You're behind them to start that series. You come back, take 2 out of 3, and now you guys are tied with the tiebreaker, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just talk about that kind of a swing, especially in conference standings with everything so far.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, just to see how far this team has come in, this year, and then I've said it, we want to be playing our best ball going into May. So this is the end. This is May. It's coming up this week. So hopefully we can continue the momentum going forward. But just proud of them. They continue to get better. And like I said, being able to win in a series, that's always been the goal. And so to have done that 3 times in a row, we're in a good spot going forward.
And, I mean, you're talking about playing your best ball. I don't know if there's a hotter hitter than Katrin right now. Two home runs in that series, a home run in the Tarleton series. Just talk about how good it is to have somebody swinging a hot bat coming into the end of the regular season.
Yeah, I think, honestly, all of our hitters, they just keep getting better every single week, and we're not trying to hit home runs. We're just trying to hit line drives, and then, getting them to see the results on the other side has been great. But I think going in there, it's just that bat to a bat, pitch to pitch. That's what we've just continued to preach to them as we've gone throughout season, and I think they just continue to get better and adjusting, because that's really what the game is. It's just about making adjustments, and to see her do that and to see a lot of our athletes in the lineup do that, it's great to see, and we need to continue to do it.
Now looking ahead, you end your season with the best, the team at the top. I mean, I think Val said 18-game straight winning streak. I mean, you guys are hot. They're hot. Just talk about how exciting it is to be able to end your season against the top test of the league.
Yeah, I think, like I said, we've prepared all year for it. Every single week we've talked about that. And so I don't think it'll be a shock to us at all. I don't think anything they're going to do is something we haven't seen. So I think it's exciting to be playing at the level we're playing at and then getting to face them. And then, like I said, it definitely matters for us and our seeding in conference that, we take this series. So I think that our team knows that and will play it to their ability and, to the expectation that, we're trying to achieve something that's never been done. This far in the WAC. So, I think they're a good team. They can pitch, they can hit, they can run. So we're going to have to play our best against them, but it's not impossible.
And playing at home on a senior day, senior weekend, how much momentum does that kind of give you of being able to be comfortable in your home ballpark, getting to celebrate the seniors that got here? What kind of advantage does that bring?
Yeah, I think, it's always great to end the regular season at home and obviously to get to celebrate them and all their hard work and accomplishments. You dedicate your whole life to this sport, and so it'll be great for them to be able to have their families here to celebrate with them, and, hopefully we can go out with a win.
And now let's talk about, you've already punched your ticket to the WAC tournament. That's the first time it's been done by softball since 2022. That's a long 3 years. Talk about how special that means to be able to already clinch that, not have to worry about that going into the last.
Yeah, it's great. Like I said, I'm really proud of them, proud of how they've continued to buy in week after week, and they could have chosen not to, but they kept trying to fight, and I think that's the identity of this team is they love to respond, they love to get back up when they're down. So, excited to go into it going forward, but like I said, we're not done yet. This weekend definitely matters, so need to go out there and approach it as such.
And it's your last weekend for sure with the team. Just talk about what it's going to mean to be able to spend time on the field with them, time in the cage, because you don't know when that's going to be, especially with the way tournaments work.
Yeah, I mean, enjoy every moment. Be where your feet are, and just be present in it. And I think they'll do a good job of that, and we'll do a good job of that as a staff. But this is the fun part. That's what I think we tend to forget, is that you work all season for these last 10 days that we have ahead of us, and so just letting them enjoy it. Hopefully, they play free and they are confident in their work thus far and are ready to compete.
I mean, it's hard to believe we're in the last week of the regular season. But, it wasn't pretty to start. There's been some tough opponents all year, but you look at that conference record, now it's like a winning conference record, 11-10. What would it mean for you in year one to be able to close out the season with a winning conference record?
It'd be awesome. I mean, of course, that's what you want. That's what everybody wants. So I think, we have our work cut out for us in this last weekend. But like I said, it's not impossible. And I know that our team is feeling confident right now, and they have some momentum. And I know I talked about it last week, but the more that you can see the hard work pay off, the more they continue to buy in. And so again, this weekend, just getting to see them be successful from all the hard work they're putting in, I think they're in a good spot. And I'm hopeful going into the end of conference here that we can at least stay at 500, if not above, which would be awesome.
And then before Grand Canyon, you guys are headed out to Lubbock to play Texas Tech. Talk to me about having that opportunity to play them again. You saw, obviously, the boys just played them. Wasn't a great result, but having that opportunity to get some revenge on their behalf.
Yeah, I think anytime that you have an opportunity, like I said, to go up against a top opponent, it's good for you. It only betters you. So we're excited about it. I think it's an opportunity to get some other athletes to have some work that don't usually see time. So we'll definitely be looking to take advantage of that, and probably on their side too. I know that that's what midweeks are for. So it'll be interesting. Anything can happen.
I don't know if we've asked you yet about the Athletes Unlimited coaching opportunity. I'll let you take it.
This is going to be after the season. I know you guys are hoping to extend it a few more weeks, but the chance to be able to coach on an Athletes Unlimited team. I know they gave out their golden tickets this past weekend. Just talk about the opportunity for you and to represent ACU in the big country on that kind of a scale.
Yeah, I feel very blessed to have the opportunity to go out and coach pro, and it only is going to better me as a coach, and getting to meet and be around those athletes, and they just play at such a high level, and then also just extend the network and grow myself, grow the knowledge of the game, but also hopefully set up opportunities for our athletes in the future to be able to have the opportunity to play pro and help extend this league. Hopefully it sticks longer than any other pro league, and so to be able to be a part of that and kind of the groundwork that's being laid, it's definitely I'm very humbled and grateful for, like I said, for the opportunity.
And the fact that you're doing that, you're getting to do that, you're recognized in your first year as a head coach. What kind of honor is that out of every coach in the country, there's only a select few that get to coach pro in this league, and you're one of them. So talk about that.
Yeah, like I said, I just feel really blessed and really thankful. It's crazy to think that I'm just like everybody else, and I just had that opportunity. So I'm just excited about it, and like I said, feel really thankful.
And the fact that you're coaching college, but so there's players on your team that this might be their next step eventually. How much does that help with the players in your program now, and then potentially bringing in some players in the future?
Yeah, it's huge. I think that's one of the main reasons that I wanted to do it. Like you said, getting ACU on the map and continue to get us to that national stage. But yeah, just having the opportunity to get to be on ESPN every weekend, and getting to them to see kind of the opportunity that they have after college to continue on. And that's why we're doing this. That's why the league is getting started, so that way we can try to continue a professional atmosphere for these athletes, because softball is a great game and it deserves to be played more than just 4 years.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.